Welcome back to the Catnip Podcast. My name is Grace and today is Monday, May 22nd. This is a podcast about knitting, books, baking, and cats, but most importantly knitting because that is what I love to do all day, every day. I have various social medias that you can follow me on. I have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Ravelry. I'm most active on Instagram, so please go follow me over on there. You can see what I get up to during the times that I'm not recording. I also have show notes, so links to things that I will be talking about. We have a lot to talk about today. I may forget things, but in theory, I don't, and all the things that I talk about will be listed in my show notes, which if you're on YouTube, the link to my blog is down below, or if you're on my blog already, everything is already there. I currently work at a yarn store. It's called Pearly Girls. It is a yarn store in Spring, Texas, and I will leave all the various social medias, all the information, all the various places. We are having some big sales. I will go about that. I'll talk about that in just a minute. So take advantage of those sales. There's some really good sales. I'm also a knitting and pattern tech editor. So if you or if anyone that you know of is in need of a knitting pattern tech editor, please let me know. I would love to work with you, start that conversation. I have all my information, rates, all that jazz linked underneath the Graceful Edits tab on my blog. Or if you just want to send me a message, we can start chatting. I would love that. We have so much to talk about. Today has been a day. And I just have other things to chat about. So let's just get straight into the episode. If you like to grab something tasty to drink, something to snack upon, something to craft upon, an animal to snuggle, laundry to fold, whatever brings you joy, whatever brings you rest, slowing down, whatever it may be. Or maybe I'm helping you get through an unpleasant task that is not as much fun. You can do all of those things, none of those things, whatever brings you joy, and come back and join me for some crafting chat. Okay, so where do we begin? First of all, if you are unaware, if you do not follow Pearly Girls on Instagram or Facebook, or if you are not subscribed to our newsletter, we have announced that the shop is unfortunately closing. Our last day will be at the end of June, and there's more information about all of that on their Instagram and the newsletter and stuff. So because of that, there are closing sales happening right now. So if you have had your eye on anything that we have in store, I highly recommend you checking it out sooner rather than later. Things are going to go quickly, and yes, so new things are coming. I don't know what they are, but it is a sad thing, but I am grateful for a workplace and friends that I have made that I'm very sad to say goodbye to. And it's not for forever. I'll see them around, but it's a closing of a chapter and it's a beginning of a new chapter, whatever that chapter may be. So that is been something that I've been dealing with recently. I also apologize for not recording last week. It was my time to record, and we had some personal stuff come up that I'm not going to go into, but everything's fine now, and it was just a very emotional and draining week, but everything's fine now, so we're going to be grateful for that. And because of that, and because of my work situation and Pearly Girls and all that kind of stuff, I have a lot of yarn acquisitions to share with you. I have finished objects to share with you. I have new cast-ons to share with you. I have future test knits to share with you. So this is what we do, right? This is the comforting thing that we have, crafting, in my case knitting, when things are kind of very chaotic and all up in the air and stressful. this is what we do. This is what we do. And then today, you guys, I have a migraine, and it is been so long since I've had a migraine, and it just came on very suddenly, and I was like, are you for real? So if I'm not my normal energy, I apologize, but I'm doing okay right now. So we're just gonna seize this little window of feeling okay, and we will power through. I don't even know what is, I don't even know. I'm so sorry. I just feel like everything is just not working out how it's supposed to. But anyway, we have so much yarn to talk about. Thank you for being patient with me. I do apologize. But this is reality. This is just the way things are. So anyway, we'll move on. You know what? It's okay. We'll center ourselves. Deep breaths. It is what it is. Last time I spoke to you all, I was getting ready to go on a trip to see my parents in Colorado, and I was so excited, and we kind of did like a early Mother's Day, kind of like very, very, very belated birthday for my mom, because her birthday was in April, excuse me, and it was just so much fun, and I got to wear so many knits. It was that nice, like, it was hot in the sun, but it was very delightfully cool, chilly in the shade with wind, and it was really dry, and it was just so nice. So I did get to wear my knitwear. One morning it snowed, as you do, and so that was very fun. It was so good. Of course we went to Maker and Stitch. Of course we got some stuff. I met some delightful people there. One of the times that we went, and I got to sit and knit with them for a little bit, and it was so wonderful. I love meeting knitters, other places, and just out and about. It is a balm for my heart. It is wonderful. So before I left, I had some goals and things that I wanted to get done so I could wear them. And in fact, I did. I did finish my mullet over pullover. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen this. The pictures, this pattern is out now. It is a test knit for Tiffany Lynn. It is a DK weight or 2 strands of fingering, whatever you may choose. I opted for 1 strand of Lannis Light from Baroco, and then a bunch of scraps. And we had a grand old time striping, fading, blending, whatever. I love this pullover so much. I wore it so much while we were there, and it's just, I feel like DK weight is one of those weights that I always I hear it and I think really heavy, and I think like worsted weight level of heaviness. And that's not really true, and I know that is just some misconception that I have in my mind. Yes, it is hotter here. Yes, we don't have as cold temperatures, so it's not necessarily as wearable all the time. Fingering weight is really our strong suit of yarn weight here in Houston or in Texas. But this is really not that heavy. And maybe it's just the combination. Lannis Light is very, very lightweight in general. It's kind of like a wooleny two ply. So maybe that with a combination of just a bunch of, most of these are singles. I think there's maybe a handful of plied yarns in here. Most of them are singles. So maybe because of that, it does feel more lightweight. There's also this beautiful 2-color fisherman's rib on the cuffs and the neckline. It's just so much fun. It's just such a nice like little pop of color, contrast. And there are these eyelet row details around the various cuffs and necklines, and you can see kind of in there, kind of blends together, but it's right there. So I also got to tech edit this pattern for Tiff, which is awesome, and it was great. Love getting to do both of those things. I feel very connected to the pattern by the end. I'm like, wow, this has been an experience. I love that. So that was a test knit that I got to wear in Colorado. I have not been able to wear it since coming back home, but that is okay. You know, it is what it is. Another thing that I got done while I was there, because like I said, was planning my knitting things to bring with me. I didn't know exactly what to bring, which I did end up doing very well with the things that I brought. But I finished one of the things, and that is my advent calendar Anne of Green Gables Perfectionist Trap, which I'm doing a terrible job of showing this to you all, but I finished it. I played such intense yarn chicken, and if you look closely, it will look like, what did you do? What did you even do? I played such intense yarn chicken, and I was scrambling for little bits and pieces that I had in my knitting bag and my various project bags with me, and so I kind of came up with this like random, doesn't match the weight at all, but kind of goes together somehow. I don't know. It smells like my mom's silk, which is very nice. I think she has got eucalyptus. It smells nice. Anyway, I love this pattern. It is the most calming and so satisfying and just very rewarding pattern. This is the Perfectionist Trap, like I said, by Casey Knits. You knit it from tip to long edge. Whoa, long edge. And you have these slipped stitches. You can't quite see them. You can kind of see them. There we go. The slip stitches are added. They're super, I don't know, they're just like, it's not too complicated to be like, wow, this is a workout for my brain, or I have to pay attention. It's very mindless, with also not being just endless rows of garter stitch or stockinette, which has a time and a place, don't get me wrong. But yeah. So my yarn, I used my Anne of Green Gables advent calendar from Ash and Bumble. It was a 12-day, so I only had 12 mini skeins, and I held 2 strands of each color together, and then when it got to a certain point, I started holding one strand of 2 different colors together and kind of faded that together through everything. I did switch up some of the colors by accident, really, more than anything, but I'm so happy with how it just turned out. It is very special to me. If you don't follow me on Instagram, if you haven't watched the podcast in a long time, or you're new to the podcast, hi, hello, thanks for joining. Anne of Green Gables, Ellen Montgomery has a very special place in my heart for a multitude of reasons. So the fact that this is an Anne of Green Gables themed color palette, and it's a really nice pattern. And I also added in a strand of Stellaris, which I don't know, you can probably see in the darker colors a little bit more. It's a sparkly. So yes, I love this so much. And I got it done while we were there. I got it blocked. It blocked in a few hours. No, that's not true. It did block overnight, but it dried overnight. It probably dried in a few hours, but on my parents' kitchen counter. And it's just so nice. And then I quickly woven my ends the next day so I could wear it, and it looked really cute with my outfit, and I really loved it, and I love it. I love these neutrals. Like, it's just such a good neutral, plus like the pop of red and the orange and then the purple. And it's Anne of Green Gables themed, and we just love that. We love it. I have many more of these shawls in my future. Many, 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 many more. How many times can I say many? If you've never knit a Perfectionist strap, you need to. If you've never heard of Casey Knits, you need to. You need to follow her on Instagram. She is just such a wonderful, sweet human being and has such awesome patterns. They're very accessible to a lot of people. Doesn't matter your skill level, doesn't matter really how much yarn you have. They're all kind of like adjustable to a certain degree. There is such good one skein projects. I've tested many of those for her, many of them, 2 of them. And those 2 were really great. She's got good cowls. If you're wanting to try lace for the first time, I think her patterns are really good to experiment with that. And then also we're transitioning, nice smooth transition into my next finished test knit, which is the Furthermore cowl, which is by Casey Knits. If you are new to colorwork and you want to give it a try, I would highly recommend this cowl. She has some other colorwork cowls that I would highly recommend. But I test knit this for her recently. This is like I said, the Furthermore cowl. I just used stash. I used 1 random ball of Noro for my contrast color that I really loved, and then a skein of Malabrigo Rios in the glitter colorway. And this is, when I saw this color combination when I was pulling from my stash, I was like, this is very not my normal color palette, but I really love it. And I don't know, it may be a gift, it may not, I don't know, but I love it. And I am just so happy with how it turned out. It was super fun to knit. It just flew by. I think the combination of having colorwork and Noro yarn together is the ultimate potato chip knitting, which, if you haven't heard that term, it's where you just can't eat one or you need one more row, a couple more rows, whatever it may be, a few more stitches, because of the color pattern. You can, in the pattern itself, the color charts, you can see the design just grow before your eyes, and then you add Noro on top of that. And I know Noro is a very controversial, like, you either love it, you hate it. I totally get that. Totally get that. I love it. I love it. And I think with these kinds of patterns it's time to shine. Like, this is just gorgeous. And so I knit this in like 2 days. It was super easy. Can't wait to make more. I love it. I love it. So this pattern's also out. Furthermore cowl. Go get yourself a copy and buy a copy of the Perfectionist Trap while you're at it, or any of her other patterns that may interest you. I cannot recommend them enough. And follow Casey on Instagram because, like I said, she's just a wonderful human being and so sweet. So let's go on to my next test knit, which is living in my Zumba bag. Fun fact, I love Zumba. I do Zumba regularly, and I have wonderful Zumba friends that I love so dearly. I was given a gift by from one of them, and it was in the Zumba bag, and it's just, we dance all over the world, or we knit all over the world. We dance and knit all over the world together, and I love it. So this is a test knit for a newer to me designer. I have not test knit for them before, but, and I am blanking on their name. Sorry. Her name is Hannah, and her Instagram username is Sandmade Knits. And this is her picture, but I'm test knitting the Let's Picnic Tee, and this is what this looks like. Please don't focus on me, focus on the picture. This is from her Instagram. It's just super cute. I saw it come across my feed when she was doing her test call, and I was like, oh, I need that. I need that. So I applied, and I am almost ready to divide for my sleeves. Ta-da! Doesn't really look like much. But so I'm using a Baroco Ultra Wool DK for my main color, in this like blue-gray color. And then I have a variety of scraps for my stripes, and I'm so excited to put them all together, and I've finally made it through a full color repeat that I put together for myself, and I love it so much. So up here we have Suburban Stitcher in the Ladybird colorway, in the Cosmopolitan colorway, I apologize. Here we have Hedgehog Fibers in the Fool's Gold colorway. Here we have Heathered Handmaid's Cashmere Sock in, I'm blanking. It was one of the yarns that I used for her sample for DFW last year. What is this? Oh, this is Hedgehog Fibers Monarch, this orangey color. This dark green is Dream in Color. It was one of the random ones that I had. This. That is actually DK weight. I also have, I believe this is Cascade Heritage Fingering, which is this like gray color. And then down here I have, and I think I used this recently for something else and called the yarn what it is actually not. This is Madeline Tosh Merino Light, and that is what I'm currently using. So I'm loving this. It is going by super quickly and also kind of slowly at the same time, but I do not care. I'm enjoying the process. We do not have our deadlines not until July. So yeah. You have short rows up at the top. Your basic raglan, I do really like. I think this is a very nice detail. Even though you have the stripes, it may be really hard to see, you still have this consistent line of raglan stitches in between the increases that is not part of the color work. Can you even see that? You can see the line there and it may get lost, but when you see it in person, you can actually see it. I do apologize. Let me see if you can see it a better way. There we go. You can kind of see it that way. And I think that's really cool. I think that just makes for very clean lines on a raglan, which I love. It's just satisfying and looks really good. So I am loving that. It's short sleeve, but you can make it long sleeve if you wanted to. And there will be a neckline picked up. So yeah. I am just plugging along with this in my Zumba bag and just having a really wonderful time. It's super chill. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. It's just very nice. Side note, we have gotten bitten by the Love is Blind bug. I don't know what to say. Is it ridiculous? Yes. Do we love reality? What do I love reality TV? Yes. We don't do guilty pleasures. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. It is hilarious and something fun for Sam and I to do, and we just have a wonderful time laughing at the drama together. And so this has been one of my Love is Blind projects. So I have really enjoyed that. Also, I am in here, I didn't really say that at the beginning. I'm in here because Sam's having meetings today. over Zoom and on the phone and is very loud, and so I cannot record in my normal spot. But that's okay. We just have this wonderful lighting because I'm sitting in front of a window. So, next up is a test knit that I have not started yet, but I'll go ahead and talk about it now. I'm using this yarn. This is Baroco Light. Yes, I have more skeins. I only brought in a few skeins of all the yarn that I got because it was just too much to carry. This is super exciting for me. I cannot wait to get this started. I plan on getting this started maybe. I have something else I need to finish first. But Tori Yu, the designer of many beautiful patterns, but specifically the Brooklyn Raglan, which if you have watched for a while, you may remember that I actually got to test knit the DK weight version, and I believe it's down here, right there, my Brooklyn Raglan. I love it so much. It's definitely one of my top favorite sweaters that I've made in past years. When did I make it? Did I make it last year? This year? Last year. I don't remember. Last year. It doesn't matter. I love that. And there's going to be a fingering weight version, and I'm so excited to be a part of this test knit. And so I picked out Baroco Light, which may sound familiar because it was part of my Mullet over. And I also knit my Fall Frolic, another sweater that I test knit out of this yarn, and it is another solid favorite. I love how this wears. It's really nice and woolly, but it's very lightweight, and I love this color. What is this color called? We don't want the number Philox? PH Phlox. PHLOX. I don't know what that is. Maybe we should look it up. We're gonna look it up real quick. But anyway, so I'm very excited about that. I need to get that cast on and going. But Phlox. Oh. You know what? I've asked questions about this name before at work and have gotten responses of it's a flower. And yes, it is a plant. It's Greek for flame. They are found mostly in North America, one in Siberia, in diverse habitats from alpine tundra to open woodland and prairie. Flowers may be pale blue, violet, pink, bright red, or white. Many are fragrant, excuse me. They are beautiful. This is what they look like. We're learning things together. Now you know what phlox are? This is what this color is. I was right, it is pronounced phlox. Okay. Fun fact. So, this will be my Phlox Brooklyn Raglan fingering weight edition, and yeah, I'm just really excited. I love my other one, and like that may seem like a weird idea to make two versions of the same sweater in different weights, but one could say the same thing about knitting the same pattern twice. I just love it so much, and I need more. So, and honestly, I really wanted to make another DK weight version of that, but when I found out there was a fingering weight version, which we've already talked about, fingering weight is more likely to be worn by me more often here in Houston when it's colder. Not now. And I think they're actually, one of the tester questions in the application, there's a short sleeve version and a long sleeve version. I did opt for the long sleeve version because I knew that I would be knitting this for like a wintry fall sweater, and I needed I would prefer long sleeves. So I have 3 skeins of this. I am so excited. We do have this in store. Not much left, but we do have some. So if you're interested, check out Lana's Light on pearlygirlsyarnshop.com. So there is that. So moving right along into other projects that I've been working on, and then we'll get into the acquisitions. This actually has 2 projects in it because it's an amazing bag and I needed to save space in my work bag because I've been getting yarn nonstop. Because things are on sale, you know, and you gotta plan for these things. So I am doing a knit along with some friends of mine, and we are doing the Pink Velvet Pullover by Andrea Mowry, and I love it so much. One of my friends dyed this beautiful sari that we all have used. One of us actually used a different color, but my friend dyed all 3 of them, which is awesome. Like, can we even? So beautiful. And then my main color is Suburban Stitcher Frost. Goodness gracious. It's Frost. I'm so sorry, Diane. I love it. This is like my dream pink velvet. This is the color combination that I had thought about for years when I was thinking about knitting one of these, and it is finally happening, and I could not be happier. This sweater also got me through a lot of being stuck on an airplane time, flying back from Colorado. There were storms, there were issues. We couldn't get off the plane. We could, but we couldn't get back on, so couldn't get off. It was a whole ordeal. I got so much knit. It was great. And to mark my progress, I have a new acquisition, which is, I think I showed this to you all last time, maybe. This is a progress keeper from Little Bitty Delights, in collaboration with Elena of Rosen Seams. And I got the little stitch marker recently, and I just love it so much. I felt like this sweater gave tea party vibes, and this progress keeper with a little cup of cappuccino or tea or whatever with a little macaron was perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. This is a top-down colorwork yoke, short rows in the back. Make it as long or short as you want, short sleeve, long sleeve, whatever you so desire. So yes. I am to the point where I need to start the ribbing, and this is when this test knit comes into play, because I want to use these needles on this project. Obviously I wouldn't start with these needles necessarily, but I do need to get this going and off these needles so I can have them available for the Brooklyn Raglan fingering version, you know. I love this so much. It is just so happy, and I'm very behind in comparison to the other 2 pink velvets that are being knit, but that's okay. You know what? Things have been going on. I've been working on other things, so I just love that and having a grand old time. I will be doing long sleeves. I will maybe do... I've been thinking about color work around the cuff, but I don't actually know that. But now, upon thinking about this in this very moment, let's think this through together. I kind of want, like, not a balloon sleeve, is that what that's called? It's kind of like, it's poofy and then it goes tight again around your wrist. Like, I kind of want one of those, but not too much. I don't know. That literally just came to me. Don't quote me on that if I'm gonna do that. That may not actually look very good with this sweater in what I want in my mind. I'm sure other people have done it, and I'm sure it's very cute, but is it what I want? I don't know. I don't know. So that's the pink velvet. Another one in my pumpkin spice latte rose and seams bag, because we channel fall cooler weather at any point in the year. I love this bag so much. In here is Living a New Cast On, and this is a very happy cast on. This was one of my Maker and Stitch acquisitions from when we visited my parentals. I'm making the Dingley Doll by Isabel Kramer. I feel like let's just talk for a moment. I feel like, I'm sorry if you can hear the dryer. At least it's farther away. It's not as loud. I feel like every time, most often than not, when I go to Maker and Stitch and I get things, I will probably end up with an Isabel Kramer pattern, which is no shame. Goodness knows I love Isabel Kramer and her patterns, and have made many of them and have test knit for her before. So I am a huge Isabel Kramer stan. We love the patterns here. This is what we do. And it was just like, I think this is what I'm doing. This is just what I'm doing. And can we even, with these summery, beautiful colors? Like, the purple, I can't even begin to tell you. It's not iridescent, but it's kind of got, like, beautiful tones, like pinky, purpley tones, periwinkle tones. And with this, like, minty sage green, I am just so happy. So happy. So this is Fiber Company Meadow, which may sound familiar because I knit my Pink Fizz, also by Andrea Mowry, out of that years ago, which I also got from Maker and Stitch, and it took me forever to finish, so I was constantly talking about Fiber Company Meadow. This is Fiber Company Meadow, and I have the Penny Royal colorway, which I believe is the purple, and let me get the other one. Aster, which I believe is the green. So I got that completely wrong, and I even have the yarns attached to the cards. This is Aster, the purple is Aster, and the green is Penny Royal. Sorry, my bad. I had a 50-50 chance of getting that right, you know? So I have just been flying with this. It's been super fun, very interesting construction. I cannot wait to wear it. I'm just plugging along in the body and having a grand old time. It's literally just stockinette in the round for a while, and then I pick up around the neck and I do the sleeves, and then I'm done. And like, I love this yarn. This is a new favorite. Like, it's just so soft and silky and drapey and summery, and it's got a little bit of wool, but it's not too much, and it's just really, it's shiny, and I love it. I need more summery items out of this yarn. I love these colors together. Again, kind of different for my, like, the purple's no surprise, right? No surprise there. But the green and the purple together, maybe a little surprise. Trying to get outside the color box in fun, comfortable ways. In ways that I will still be excited to wear things, but also being slightly different at the same time. So I'm loving that. It is so much fun. And it's living in my autumnal bag. We love to see it. We love to see it. Sorry, I keep getting a bunch of notifications on my watch. Okay. So, we have some other knit-alongs going along. whatever, that are happening. We'll just stick with that. That I am doing with some friends, some various friends from the Pearly Girls group, from various days of ladies that go and hang out, which is super fun. And I am over the moon with this one that I have been working on. I've been working on it nonstop for the past like 4 days. I can't stop. I cannot stop, and you will be able to see why in just a second. I wanted to, again, another thing I wanted to do for a really long time and just haven't, but people brought it up at the shop and some ladies expressed interest, and I was like, cool, we will do it together. We'll just do it together. And so we are, and we've got a little text thread, and I'm loving it. It's so much fun. And so, everyone, here is my Pressed Flowers cardigan by Amy Christophers. Savory knitting. Can we even? What? Can we even? Can you see this? Are we serious? This is a bottom-up cardigan with mosaic knitting, so slip stitches, and you use one main color, which I'm using Baroco Remix Light which is this creamy color, and then I'm going to be using a variety of, you guessed it, Noros for my contrast color. So I cannot. This is what I started with. So this is the end of this ball of Noro that I'm using. I'm pretty sure this is Silk Garden. So there are some things that I'm doing that I would say, do as I say, not as I do. In regards to this cardigan, I am mixing weights heavily. It's written for fingering weight. None of my Noros are fingering weight, but I'm making it work. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. I am a little more than halfway with where I need to be for the length of my body, which, like I said, is bottom up. So I am just over the moon with how this is turning out. I cannot even, like, it's just so pretty. I thought I wanted like a really soft neutral one, so what I did was I had my base and I pulled out a bunch of Noro from my wall of yarn, and I've got a handful of other, are they all Silk Garden either? No, it's okay. I don't even know what this one is. It's basically the same as Silk Garden. But it's also not at the same time. Wait, this one's not Silk Garden. Then what is that? I don't even know. There's so many different bases in Noro that I've just lost track of them. So I have this one that I'd really like to use. I also have this one that I'd really like to use. And then I also have this one, which I honestly probably should have started with, but by the time I thought about it, I was too deep into the color work. It's not color work, the mosaic knitting, and didn't want to take it out. But I do have this, and it's just all these colors that I've showed you, it's just kind of blended with a white almost. So it's just really, really mixed. It's a beautifully mixed yarn, and with all the various color changes. So I don't know when things are going to be used and when things are going to happen, but I am loving it. Loving it. I am here for it. Because also, I didn't have 700 yards of one Noro color. I did, but I didn't want to use that for this because it wasn't the vibe that I was going for. So we mix and match. And I mean, like, it works. It works. You just kind of make it work, right? Like, it's gonna be perfect. I'm so excited. So excited. I'm having so much fun knitting this. And I know that probably a large part of that is just a lot of, like I said, chaos, upheaval, unknowns going on right now. And I need the comfort of what I know, which is knitting. And I also know Noro. And this is beautiful. I've also been working on this a lot while watching Love is Blind, so one could say that this is my Love is Blind cardigan. No shame. No shame. We do have a lot of Remix Light. As of when I'm recording this, we do. When this comes out, I don't know. But we do have Remix Light. If you are interested in getting some to make your own pressed flowers cardigan, would highly recommend. It is, so this is a nylon, cotton, acrylic, silk, linen blend. So it's definitely like a summery yarn. But I didn't want this to be overly woolly, and I just really like this. It's so nice. It feels really lightweight, and I love it. I love it so much. So if you were interested, check it out online, pearlygirlsyarnshop.com. This is living in my pineapple yarn pink flamingo bag, which I love dearly. Also, I was gonna say something and I forgot what it was. Oh, I remember. If you have knit, so there are 4 patterns in the Pressed Flowers collection at this point. There's the shawl, the hat, the cardigan, and the pullover. The pullover is the most recent one that came out. They are not all the same weight. The shawl and the pullover are DK. The cardigan and I believe the hat are fingering. Just so you know. Keep that in mind. If you want a pullover and not a cardigan, don't knit it with fingering weight yarn unless you know how to do all those conversions and picking sizes and gauges and stuff. Which, if you do, more power to you. More power to you. So, what do we talk about next? Now we're getting to all of our yarn acquisitions, and I have a bag acquisition, which I am just... So, I have mentioned already Elena of Rosen Seams, and I love her bags so much. Like, can't even. They're so well made. She's so sweet. She was having a sale recently, and I, again, like I said, there's been a lot of upheaval, and I was like, there's a sale on bags. I need one. I need one now. I haven't gotten one recently, and I need it. So I went onto her shop and I found the most adorable print, which I had seen on her Instagram, and I assumed that they would all be gone because it was just so cute, and there was one left. So I got it. And that is this print. Like, we've got books, we've got tea, we've got cookies, we've got letters, we've got fruit, buttons, flowers, strawberry jam. It is so cute. And so the bottom is kind of like a plushy canvas almost in this very cute mauve color, and then up here is like a gingham almost, and then on the inside is like just a plain canvas, which is really nice, and then a little bag of goodies. So my Brocal and Raglan will probably live in here, and I am so excited. Oh my goodness, it arrived and I was like, ooh, I love it so much. I never knew I could be so excited about a bag. which is not true. I've been very excited about other bags before, but it just came at the right time, and I really needed to pick me up, and it was just really good. So Elena, your bags are amazing. So if you are unfamiliar with Elena and Rosenseams and her bags in general, she's got some other things besides bags, like needle covers, and then maybe there were yarn cozies. I honestly don't remember, but you should go and check out her Etsy shop for sure. If not, just follow her on Instagram, and you will be inspired and influenced to get some of her bags for sure, like I did. No shame, because we like to support makers, you know. So now we have a bunch of yarn acquisitions. These two are from Maker and Stitch. The rest are from Pearly Girls. Where do we begin? Where do we begin? I don't know. Why is it showing that I've got one message? So Maker and Stitch, let's start with that. So they also have knit-alongs going on. And I participated in one of their summer knit-alongs last year. My mom did one as well, and I think my sister got yarn for it as well. But it was the Sand Shore cardigan by Alicia Plummer. Mine is bright red, and I love it so much. And I participated long distance. It was wonderful, and I had so much fun. I knitted up very quickly because it was on a big needle. It was so good. And then I got to wear it the next time I was there, and it was just so nice. Anyway, they are having more summer knit-alongs, and my mom was excited to participate, so I was like, I think I need to participate as well. So I will be using this yarn, which doesn't look nearly as vibrant and lovely on camera as it does in person. This is Cricket from Kelbourne Woolens. It's 100% merino wool. It kind of has like almost a tweed feel and vibe to it. It's beautiful. This is the color Viridian. And we will be making the Marley top, Marley tee, by, what's her name? She's very famous. I can't remember. We'll look it up. I apologize. I should remember this. It's someone so famous, and I'm gonna be like, how could I not remember when I look this up? Marley top. Julie Hoover. That's who it is. It's just kind of like a boxy tee. This is the picture on Ravelry. So scoop neck, kind of boxy. Apparently the construction is fascinating, which, going over the pattern, it is fascinating, and I'm so excited. I think it'll be quite the adventure, and I cannot wait to cast on. I think we're casting on, or get engaged or whatever, at the end of the month, which is coming up. It'll be here before we know it. What even? And I'm also very excited because some of the people that I met in Maker and Stitch while we were hanging out, they're also doing it, and I'm just very excited to be doing that with them, in addition to my mom, and I think my sister got yarn. So I'm just so excited. I love this yarn. I've not knit with it before, but I feel like it's gonna be it's gonna soften up really, really beautifully. And I love the color. It's like the most beautiful bluey emerald green. Like emerald, I feel like, is like a green. This is like an emerald with a blue undertone to it. Does this look accurate? Is this a good look? That's closer. It's the you'd think that you would have like perfect lighting and perfect colors in front of a window, but that is not true all the time. Anyway, I'm so excited. So I actually need to get one of these wound up and find needles for it. And maybe this should live in this bag. I don't know. This is more of like a fall project, the Brooklyn Raglan. That's more of an autumnal one. I've got plenty of bags to put this in. Oh, it could go in my spring showers rows and seams bag that I think is currently empty. That is perfect. It will go in there. So yes, I'm super excited about that. Also, very spontaneously, it was literally like walking past it on the wall, and I saw this yarn and I was like, ooh, I haven't knit a Felix in a really long time. And so I got yarn to probably make another Felix. And that's this. This is Wizard from Baroco. It's 85% superwash wool, extra fine merino, so it is really, really soft, and 15% nylon. And when I tell you that these colors are beautiful, beautiful, they are so stunningly beautiful. Like, we're just all about the color right now. We've got stripes with the picnic tee. We've got the Noro with the furthermore cowl. We've got the Noro with the pressed flowers. We've got the Dingley Doll. We've got the bright blue with the frost and my pink velvet. We have no neutrals. I've got no more neutrals to show you. These are all bright colors or saturated colors. And I love it. And I think it's what I need right now. So we're embracing it, and it will be very fun. So I love this yarn. I've never knit with it. I saw it and immediately thought Felix or something similar to that. And I am so excited. It will fly off my needles. I know that for a fact, because I know I've knit my Felixes before and they fly off my needles, and there's like just so much. It's one of those ones where you can just like peel back the layers and you just see more and more of the beautiful colors down in there. And we're going to rearrange this so I don't make this an icky mess. Wizard. Who would have thought? I'd never heard of this yarn before from Baroco, but we do love Baroco, so excited. Don't know when that's happening. I have 3 skeins of that, and like I said, there's too much to bring in, and the other 2 are precariously stuffed into a cube on the yarn wall, so I didn't want to have to pull those out, so I apologize, but I do have 3 of them. The yardage is pretty good for a bulky yarn. It's 262 yards, so I'm a fan. I'm a fan! So those are the rest of my Maker and Stitch acquisitions. I love them so much. They are just so wonderful. And then the others are from Pearly Girls. And before I continue on, and before I forget, because I meant to mention this at the top of the episode, support your local yarn shops. Like, even if you're not local to them, goodness knows I'm not local to Maker and Stitch. They're in Colorado. Support them. You can order online. You can pick a yarn store that you like online that you want to support. Any kind of order makes a difference. So just support your local yarn shops, because it really does. You'll make someone's day and it'll be wonderful. So do that. I know ordering online can be kind of iffy sometimes, especially when you don't know what you're looking for. But also, it can be kind of a fun adventure. And, if you have yarns that you already like, and if they carry them, then you know what you're buying, because you felt it, you've seen it before. And, just buy something or get something, try something for the sake of trying something, and then pick a pattern or something like that, because then you're not as restricted to like trying to find a specific thing, which is hard to do if you don't know what it feels like, what it looks like in person, all that jazz. So long story short, support your local yarn shops. They will love you for it forever. So I have other knit-alongs coming up that will be happening with friends from Pearly Girls. I'm so excited, and my mom is even going to join in on this one. I was looking for yarn and she was placing an online order, and I was like, some of us are doing this. If you are interested, this is the yarn that you need. And she was like, this is the yarn that I want. I'm getting this. And so she's going to be joining. I'm very excited. I have this. This is Baroco Vintage. We love Baroco here. Apparently this is the Baroco episode. And we will be making Isabel Kramer, another Isabel Kramer, her Pearl Code sweater, which is a worsted weight. I love Baroco, especially vintage. It's my favorite. I love this color. I've had my eye on this color ever since it came in, and we happen to have 5 skeins of it, which is exactly what I needed. And I was like, I need to get this now, otherwise it'll be gone. So I did, and I'm just over the moon. This is probably more accurate back here. That's accurate, that's accurate. This is, yeah, probably the most accurate. It's like the most beautiful, it's called dried plum, I believe, but it's like a purpley maroon, and we know I love maroon, but it's definitely on the purpley side, so, and we know I love purple. So I'm so excited about this. I think this is gonna go quickly. And another thing I did not realize about the Pearl Code specifically, and I'm assuming this goes for the cardigan as well, but for the Pearl Code patterns, what Isabel has done in regards to like placing the random pearl bumps places on your sweater, she's included a Morse code alphabet for you to knit in messages and phrases and words into your sweater to make those little pearl bumps, which I think is the most brilliant thing, and I am so excited to come up with my words and my phrases. What will they be? I don't know, but I am so excited to figure all those things out. So I'm not sure when this is being cast on. I think it's gonna be soon-ish, but we will see. I really need to finish some things, but I honestly don't really care. We're going back to what we know, you know, the comfort of knitting, the comfort of crocheting, the comfort of crafting, whatever it may be. In my case, it's knitting. I need this right now. There's just a lot going on. There's just a lot. I got more yarn. So I did get, a couple weeks ago, I got some of our Circulo and to make a couple of Jessamade's summer tops. And we had a customer come in recently, last week, 2 weeks ago sometime, and she had on her Jessamade's new like racerback tank top, and she got to test it, and I was like, I love that. I love that so much. And so she was wanting to make another one, so we were looking at yarn for it, and she picked out this beautiful coral color to make it, and it was going to be absolutely stunning on her, and I was like, I need that, so I got it. I'm doing this out of bamboo pop, which I've actually never knit with, which I'm kind of surprised to say, but I am very excited, and I do love this coral color. It is the most bright, happy coral color, and I will be making, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's the new tank top, racerback. We will look it up this way. Dressing what is it called? Totally Tank Top. It is just so cute. This is on Just Amaze Instagram. It is this one. And it's got this type of back. So, I only needed 2. Because, I mean, it's a little tiny top. And I needed this. I needed it. This customer was so inspiring. I was like, I need this too. I'm going to copy you. So I'm so excited about that. And then finally, my last yarn acquisition. This has been another one that I've thought about and wanted for a really, really long time. And I just needed it. I don't have any strong plans for it yet, and that's okay. I just really love this color. It is happy. I remember when this color was made and was created, but I got a skein of Bang Bang from Suburban Stitcher, and this is like a beautiful version of Bang Bang. And there's some more purple in there, I know. But like, look at that hot pink. Like, can we even? It's just so beautiful. But this is after, I now can remember the song. What is the song? I can't remember. Is it called Bang Bang? It may be called Bang Bang. We're gonna look on Spotify. Yes, it is called Bang Bang. By Jessie J, Ariana Grande, and Nicki Minaj, which is a banger of a song, no pun intended. So good. I love this. I wanted to have this color for a really long time. It was my time, because everything's on sale. And yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to make with this. I could make a lot of different Casey Knits patterns. Which would be nice. I could do that. I could do that. I have to think about it. This is not a top priority. This was just purely this is makes me happy purchase. And I do not. No shame. No shame. Every time I go into work, it's I don't need any more yarn. I said that last time I came in. I don't need any more, and I always end up finding something. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. So we will see. We will see how that goes. It's just convenient when test knits come up, and then I can find things really easily, and it's just like, I know it's gonna go, and it's on sale, and won't say no to more yarn. Anyway, that is all that I have, and I think I've been talking for a very long time at this point. I had to take a quick little break, so I can only see how long this clip has been. But thanks so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for sticking with me during all this random upheaval and not recording when I needed to. When I had scheduled to. I appreciate you being flexible and patient. Everything is fine. Everything is okay. We're just taking one day at a time, and it is what it is. We're knitting a lot. And now I have a lot of laundry to do, so I need to go do that. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for being here. I hope you've had a wonderful day, and you continue to have a wonderful weekend, and that your past couple of weeks have been wonderful as well. If you have crafty plans, I hope that they are so successful. Goodness knows what my crafty plans are. I'd really like to finish the pink velvet. I'd really like to finish the pink velvet, the Dingley Doll, and the Let's Picnic tee, but I don't know if that's possible. crazier things have happened. It may happen. I don't know. No promises. But that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. We still got a lot of Love is Blind to watch. So, you know, you never know. You never know. Anyway. I have the social medias, I have show note information, I have tech editing information, and I have yarn store information while all that lasts. If you are interested in checking out the closing sales, please check out our online store or come see us in person. Things are going to go quickly. So if you have your eye on anything, or if you are in need of anything, would highly recommend you checking everything out. So things are gonna go quickly. So that is that. Thanks so much for hanging out. I don't know if there's storms coming. I really don't know. I don't know what the problem is. My head's kind of okay right now, so we're gonna take that for what it is and enjoy that and try and knock out some laundry so it doesn't get piled too high. There were too many twos in there. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. You are wonderful. You are enough. And I will see you all next time. Bye.